In this video, I'm going to show you how to generate thousands of dollars in new revenue and bring back dozens of past members by just sending these 3 emails. And when I executed this campaign in my 4 gyms just a few weeks ago, we brought back almost 100 old members and generated over $30,000. Now, before we dive into the actual campaign and system, I want to share what I've done over the previous years with regards to reactivating past clients. Summer months are typically slow, but I have found that if you create a sexy offer leveraging the summer months, you can reactivate a bunch of past clients. So typically what I've done is what I call the summer for free. And how it works is we would reach out to all the past clients that we've had in our gym over the previous years and make them an offer. And the offer is commit to rejoining our program in September, and we'll give you all of July and all of August for free. And all we would get them to do is pay their first month's registration. So they would just pay for September. They would get all of July for free, August for free. September is for free because they already prepaid for it when we reached out to them in July. And then their kind of reoccurring membership would officially start in August. And every time we do this, it works really well. Sometimes we can bring back 5, 10, 15, even 20 past clients into our gym. However, there's sort of 2 bottlenecks with this specific offer. Number 1 is the summer is slow and it's a time when gyms need more cash. And although this is a way to drive a little bit of cash flow, it's typically not a ton. If you reactivate 10 past clients and your membership is $200, you'll bring in $2,000, which is great. But sometimes the summer months being so slow, we want to generate a little bit more cash than that. Number 2 is that sometimes, even though we go over the offer, especially when we get past clients to sign a new agreement, when their membership officially kicks in and they start paying again, they say, oh, I didn't have to pay. I thought it was free. Sometimes we get ghosted, etc. It's not a huge percentage, maybe 10% of the past clients that we reactivate will always have that issue, but nonetheless, it's still an issue. So this year, I wanted to try something different. I still created the same structure of offer, which was you get the summer for free when you commit to rejoining our program, but I created what I called a mini prepay. And what they did was instead of paying for September, for example, and then in October, their monthly reoccurring membership would kick in, I got them to pay for September, October, November, all up front. So what we did was the offer was get July and August for free when you pay for September, October, November. And then to make it even sexier, we threw in December for free. And holy smokes, it worked incredibly well. And it solved those 2 issues that we had previously had when we've done this past client reactivation, which was now we got way more cash up front. We generated $30,000 in cash that just hit our bank account a few weeks ago. And now clients aren't going to complain about monthly memberships kicking in because they prepaid for that chunk of membership. Now let's dive into the actual campaign and the actual system that you can take and execute. I'm going to put this document down in the description so you can grab it and execute in your gym or your studio. Now let's start with the offer that we created. Now, as a reminder, what we had done in the past is we would say to past clients, hey, commit to rejoining our program in September and we'll give you July and August for free. Now in our gyms, we have a 12-week minimum commitment before someone can cancel. So they were committing to 3 months. Now, what I did this year was I just got them to pay the 3 months all up front. Now, I wanted to make it a little bit sexier to increase the signups. So we threw in December for free. So the offer was as follows. Buy 3 months, so pay for September, October, November, and get December for free. Then as a bonus, you're also going to get the summer for free, which is July and August. That is the way that we structured the offer. Now, traditionally, I don't like to discount programs in my gyms, and I will never do this with new people signing up. However, I'm not as opposed to a discounted offer occasionally for past clients. A few times a year, we'll put together a really sexy offer like this. And the reason that I like it is, number 1, sometimes I have found that past clients just need a bit of a nudge, a really cool offer to get them back in the gym. And then sometimes they'll stay clients again for years on end. They just need that little nudge. Number 2, because these are a past client and you're just sending them a few emails, there's no cost of acquisition. So therefore, giving them a discounted offer to get started again isn't as big of a deal because you don't have to cover any marketing and sales costs. So that's why I'm not as opposed to a discounted offer occasionally for past clients. Now, before we get into the actual emails and texts, you can see that obviously this offer is created for the summertime. So we sent it in the beginning of July. And that's why it works so well. However, you could still create an offer like this at any time of the year. All I would recommend is make the framework generally the same. So get past clients to prepay for maybe 3 months upfront, and then you're going to give them 3 months for free. And then just make sure you word that appropriately, word it so it sounds really sexy. And you can always find a reason to send someone an offer. Maybe it's your birthday, maybe it's your anniversary, it's the gym's birthday, it's a coach's birthday, a coach's anniversary, whatever you want to do. There's always a reason that you can make an excuse for sending out an offer. Now let's dive into the actual campaign and text message that you're going to send out. So below, there are 3 emails and 1 text message. Now, I'm not going to go through everything in detail. I'm just going to go through high level and let you know that if you're going to execute on this, make sure that you edit it to match your gym, your prices, etc. So the first email is, I can't believe I'm doing this. And you're just letting them know that, hey, we want to put together a really cool offer for past clients. And I called it the Summer Boxing Day Blowout. Obviously, if you send it out at a different time of year, you're going to name it something different. But I put in here what exactly they're getting. So buy 3 months of workouts to start September 2nd, put in your value, whatever that would cost for you. For us, we charge $200 a month. So we put this as $599. Bonus, get a 4th month for free. So this was a $199 value. And then bonus 2, this is huge. We give you the rest of July and August for free, which is a $399 value. So you can see they were paying for 3 months, but then they were getting 3 months for free. So that was the general offer. Now, what I would recommend doing just to make it very easy for your team, especially because these are past clients, they don't have to talk to you about what is your program, what's the schedule, all of that stuff. They know everything about you. So I find what works best is just send them to a checkout page or a sales page where they can just put in their credit card information and buy this offer. That's going to make it the easiest for you. Now, if your CRM doesn't have that, or you don't have the ability to create a sales page or a checkout page, then what you could do is you could just have the call to action to reply to the email or reply to the text. And then maybe you jump on the phone, or you would get them set up via text message or something along those lines. But if you can, I would highly recommend having the call to action. Click here, and that will just go to a page where they can actually buy. So that's email 1. Text message 1, which you would send right after this email, is just letting them know that you sent them an email. I find this works really well because sometimes people don't see emails. It goes to their spam, et cetera. And you're letting them know, hey, just check it out. I sent you this thing. We're limiting them to only 5, and they can just go check it out, see if that email entices them to re-sign up. Then email 2 is you're letting them know that, hey, we sold out of our first 5 spots, but we're going to reopen 3 more. So you're just creating some urgency and scarcity. You can see the rest of this is the same as email 1. Make sure you go through and edit it. Has that same call to action to that landing page or that sales page. And then the last email is I have 1 left if you want it. And you're just letting them know that there's 1 left. Here's the deal again. Click here to grab it. That is the offer. Super simple, super easy to execute, but it all is successful because of the offer itself and how you structure it. And as I mentioned, when we executed this in my 4 gyms, we've generated over $30,000 in revenue from our past clients. So it was a massive win for the summer because we just brought in $30,000 when it's traditionally a slow time of year for gyms. Plus now we have all these past clients that are returning back into the gyms that will stay with us after this period of time. Not all of them will. Okay, some people, when this period of time comes to an end, which is at the end of December, where this offer would officially expire, some people aren't going to continue, and that's okay. But a lot of them will continue. And it also gives you the opportunity come the end of December to give them another prepaid membership, but maybe this time you do it for 12 months. So I would highly recommend you take this, leverage it, execute it in your gym or your studio to drive some easy, quick cash, especially in those months where it might be a struggle. Now, I have a free community for gym owners who are looking to scale to signing up 20 new members every single month. If you want the link, it's in the description below.